Everybody, indeed, what is good? Welcome into Drive the Line. My name is Alan Bell, and we've got a fantastic show for you today. Hope your Friday is going well so far. Bradley, looking sharp as always, my man. How we doing?
Doing great, AB. European football is here. The wait is over. I'm excited moving forward. No more international breaks for 4 freaking months. That's music to a footy bettor's ears. Excited to be here.
So we made it. We got through the international break. It's over.
Got through it.
Nice. All right. Well done. We all survived. And now we advance. Yep. Absolutely. So 4 straight months, huh?
4 straight months.
Nice. Okay. Well, that's good news. That's how you start a Friday right there. All right. Now, last night, 2 out of 3. Okay. So Davis Mills went off. Kind of. But the Texans get the job done. Well done. So Mills, no pick. Josh Allen threw 2 of them. Bills and Eagles. Well, we can just find another way to play the Eagles. James Cook, we got that anytime touchdown out of the way quickly. And then, look, Brad, tough one, bro. Sometimes, man, dude, all right, you're driving on the road, looking at scenery. Sometimes you're in the scenery looking at the road. And that's how we ended up last night with this Bills in Louisiana. We nailed it. Louisiana, not only did they cover, they won outright. But I got greedy. Put it with that Bills money line. Got greedy. And Tizzle said it. Yeah, Tizzle said it in the chat yesterday. He's like, hey, man, a little leverage on the Bills here, bro. Greed. And it cost me. Alonzo, hey. Said morning, AB. Morning, big dog. Good to see you, man. How we doing? You doing all right? Hope you're having a great Friday. It's good to see you. All right, so that was yesterday. Shout out to the Texans again. That was a huge win last night over Buffalo. And, Brad, the question now is, what the hell do we do with the Bills? You know what I mean? I mean, they're what, 7-4? The Patriots are running away with that division and already has a win over Buffalo this year. Like, I don't know what we do. And the tough part is look, Tony said it. That defense, that's the best defense in the NFL. Statistically, it is, right? So if they could just find a way to get points like they did last night, doesn't have to be pretty. But here's the other thing, too. The Texans are 3rd in the AFC South. The Colts are leading that division, and the Jaguars are ahead of them. So it's going to be something, man. Oh, man, of course, I'm back with the family, the crew, man. So good to have you back, big dog. So good. It's good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well for sure. And, damn, it's good to see you. Tina, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Tina. So good to see you, Big Craig. The Bills were ahead in almost every offensive statistic. Those 8 sacks, the interceptions, though, yeah. You know, Craig, great point. And it goes to show, right, that, dude, you could do a lot of things right, but if you make the wrong mistakes, it don't take many of them. You know what I mean? It doesn't take many. So, yeah, and look, and shout out to Houston for capitalizing, man. With a backup quarterback, they said, no, we trust this dude. He's not bad, man. Davis Mills is not bad as a quarterback. Tony asked, did the Bills make the playoffs? That's a great question, man. That's a real good question. Tizzle, if the Texans had any consistency on offense, they're probably – dude, right? Like, and that's the surprising part, too. And shout out to D'Amico Ryans and that staff. I mean, they've turned Houston around quickly. If they could just get that offense going, man. All right. So, Brian, what's up, baby? Good morning. Good to see you, man. At 425. Oh, dude. All over the place. All right. Let's jump into it here. All right, Brad. So, the Howie Schwab crew play of the day. Tina, Mills is pretty good. Yeah, he is. And we were telling the story yesterday, too, that like we had written an article on Davis Mills way back when, and his mom had replied to it, you know, and was like, she literally said, she was like, hey, thank you for because it was a really nice article, you know, about Davis Mills, like when he was, you know, a rookie. And she had like searched her son's name, you know, on Twitter, and we had posted it. And she replied and was like, thank you so much for writing this about my son. It's going on the fridge, you know? And I think I literally wrote back. I was like, Mom, I love you. You know what I mean? Like, it was the sweetest thing ever. So it might not mean anything to anybody, but Davis Mills, I'm always pulling for you because mom was there, Mom was there, and I was like, all right, Mills is my guy. I like him. I like mom. There we go. She was just the sweetest thing, man. Emilio said, rent just went up at the Davis Mills luxury lofts. He really does have the most corporate garden sounding name ever, Like you would name a mall after it, a nice corporate place to work. Awesome. But yeah, dude, that's all it took. His mom was just so proud. And I was like, all right, forever. Davis Mills is my guy. I like him. Mom was sweet. So, all right. Now, speaking of sweet, it don't get much sweeter than that. Look at that mug. Howie Schwab looking sharp as always. All right. Now we got college basketball tonight, bro. What are we doing? All right. We got the Bahamas Championship. Purdue and Texas Tech tonight. Purdue minus 4.5, Texas Tech plus 4.5, over 152.5 or under 152.5. Okay. So polls in the chat, vote now. Update as we always do at the end of the show. Brad, I know that you can't get enough of Purdue and Texas Tech basketball. You, your wife, the little one. I mean, it is just Purdue, Texas Tech constantly in that house. House divided. Where are you going tonight? You seeing anything you like?
Purdue or don't. I got no idea. When that happens, give me the under.
There you go. All right. 152.5. Nice. All right. Everybody, polls in the chat. Vote now. We'll update as we always do at the end of the show. Tizzle said electric game, but think Purdue wins it. Tizzle Braden Smith versus JT Toppin. Yeah, it's going to be one heck of a game. Liddy, what's up, baby? Good to see you, bro. Man, Liddy, it's so good to see you. It's good to see all y'all, man. I'm so glad that we get to do this every day. Literally makes me happy. Hey, said the under. There you go, Brad. All right, now we got two. We got two on the under. We got three on the under. All right, Emilio, there we go. Riding with it. Okay, so let's jump into it here. We'll be live today at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central for Drive the Nightline. Matty boy, hey gang, just getting back here. Was just pounding the fire picks at Tizzle and Matty Ice, just dropping the cord. Let's go. Hey, great call too. All right, so make sure grab those in the Discord. Okay. Number 2, make sure to follow, like, subscribe, all of it. All right, to both Tizzle, Matty Ice. All right, on Twitter, YouTube's, you name it. All right, make sure follow them. Everybody, if you can. Look, I want to say this. I don't care about anybody hitting the like button today. If you're going to do one thing, follow our people right here, Tizzle and Matty Ice. And there are others, obviously. But, yeah, follow them. You don't even have to hit the like button for us. Do it for them today. Let's get it. All right. So, Bradley, it's time for the picks. And Tizzle is thinking correctly because guess what? The NBA Cup is back tonight. All right, let's get it. All right, big dog, break it down. What you got?
We're going to Poland, but the second division. So you'll see it as, of course, Poland 1 or Poland first division on your books. Thanks for confusing us, Poland. But we have a match here today between Pogoń Grodzisk taking on Śląsk Wrocław. We're looking for 3 total goals, but 4 for the full cash. These two are pounding these numbers, specifically Grodzisk at home. They've now hit over 2.5 goals in 16 of their last 18 matches, including 8 of 9 while at home. Really important being that they're at home, but they have such a consistent goal scoring record and they've come out super, super hot. In 9 straight matches in the league, they've had 2+ goals in the first half. You like that when you're looking for overs, getting out to early totals. And then the team on the away end, no slouch as well, hitting over 2.5 and 12 of 15 and 6 of 7 when they're away from home. That's because they've conceded now in 18 straight away from home. You like that when they're away from home. We're looking for both teams to score the over 2.5, the over 3.5. Who knows? Over 1.5 team total on both sides. We're looking for totals. But in this bet specifically, Pogoń Grodzisk in the first division or the second division of Poland, Slash World Crawl, we're looking for 3 total goals on the Asian total, 2.75. And I got that at minus 140.
Nice work. Nice work, my boy. Great job. All right. Now in the chat. Yeah. So look, had an error on Steph Curry's threes. I wish it were over 1.5. It's over 4.5. I apologize on that. I was looking at Nikola Jokic's 1.5. And I wrote, yeah. Yeah, Bailey said it. I was just about to say I'm putting both mortgages on the over. All right, let me see. We've never tried this in the history of this show to run 2 slides at the same time that are the same ones, and I don't know if it worked. Hold on. It's not working so far. Yes, we got it. Okay. All right. All right. Updated in real time. All right. Shout out. There we go. Okay. Steph Curry over 4.5 threes at plus 100. Yeah, Bailey, you're right. If that was 100, I'm putting my rent on it, Brad, and I'm putting your rent on it. All right. So, okay, let's start here. First one, Texas Tech plus 4.5 basketball. Now, here's the deal. I think Purdue probably wins this game as well. However, they had themselves a fight last night. Like, not literally a fight, but Memphis wasn't easy at all. So, I honestly, whichever way this game goes, because look, Texas Tech can win this too. No doubt. You know what I mean? They're very good. Yeah, give me the plus 4.5. And let me say, if Purdue were plus 4.5, I'd be riding Purdue. I literally think that this is an awesome game tonight. You know, a 1-2 point affair, and literally, I'm playing a number. You know what I mean? So I think we're just in for an awesome game tonight, and I want to take points, as many as I can get. So give me Texas Tech plus 4.5. Fresno State minus 5.5 tonight in college basketball. Again, you know, kind of digging through the weeds here, trying to find an edge. I think we've got one at Fresno State tonight. If you're weary of placing bets, I get it. Be careful on this one, right? Yeah, exactly. Emilio said it best. Fresno scares me. They could blow them out or lose outright. Exactly. They're a great basketball team. I mean, the little that I've seen so far, but like for what they're solid. That being said, though, Emilio's spot on here, right? So if you're, risk averse, yeah, maybe just do a little more work, right, and see which way you find. And if you find yourself the other way, I get it. You know what I mean? Totally get it. All right, Steph Curry tonight. Yeah, we're back in NBA Cup mode. So it's tournament play, all-star game play. I'm going to take Steph Curry over 4.5 threes at plus 100. I wanted Jokic over 1.5 threes. You saw the error on the first slide. Jokic is like over 1.5 threes, I think is minus 140. So it's just a little too high. You know what I mean? But yeah. AB, still in shock that the Bills O-line was replaced by Folgers Crystals last night. Man, the NFL is crazy. You know, and this year, I swear, Brad, and look, I'm asking you this question as an uneducated rookie in regards to it, right? So do you ever find, and I know soccer's different because you have so many different leagues and stuff, but do you ever find some leagues where parity kind of takes over, where, yeah, like that's the NFL, man. Like there's no, even the 2 best teams in the league, according to the results, all right, the Broncos and the Eagles, they're not exciting teams at all. Right? The NFL is just kind of weird this year, man. But anything can happen. Now, speaking of anything can happen, Florida State and NC State. I'm scared of this game too. I'm scared of this game. But I think it's getting a little colder. We're going to have some rain. Give me the under. I think this might turn into a little bit of a slug fest. You know what I mean? And I don't mean in terms of back and forth points. I hope not. We'll talk about this game, but yeah, college football, and we have two college football. We'll talk about them. Bailey, over in the UNLV game, they're playing Hawaii. Auto bet. If it wasn't storming out here in Vegas, I'd be in attendance for that one. There you go. Yeah, TJ 16-5, man. That is, dude, that's unbelievable, man. Tizzle, Anthony Edwards, 30 plus points, plus 104. He scored 33 plus in 3 straight games in Phoenix. Dude, great job. Hey, Tizzle, by the way, I had people texting me last night, okay, about you and your field goals. They were very happy. Well done, man. Now I was literally getting texts. Literally saying, hey, tell Tizzle to keep it up. Hey, tell Tizzle to keep it up. So, Tizzle, well done. You taking care of a lot of people, man. Great job. Yeah, no doubt, man. I was smiling too. It made me happy. I was like, hell yeah, he's a man. All right. So, yeah, I'm telling you. Oh, I love it, man. I love this crew so much. All right, let's jump into it here. Brad, you know what? It's Friday. It's my favorite day of the week. I'm just gonna get the hell out of your way. Goal scores, baby. Let's get it. What you got?
We've only got to this weekend with all the volatility. It's a very similar type of slate that I'm providing you with goal scores for this weekend as we did just prior to the break. A lot of injuries. We don't really know who's going to be suiting up. Sometimes these teams will come out and have new systems after a week and a half off or play differently. So we just got 2 very safe picks here. You've got a name we've been tailing nonstop, Kylian Mbappe, killing ya Mbappe at
Mbappe.
He's absolutely flying. And you look at this number and you say, Brad, minus 170, that is ridiculous. Well, let's look at what does minus 170 mean in its actuality. It means it's looking at hitting at 63%. If you hit that bet above 63%, you will be in profit long term. And what do we know about Mbappe? He scored in 17 of his last 20 matches. If you look at that, that gives you a 22% edge just right off the bat. Minus 170, Kylian Mbappe, that's your man. Plus, take it live if you want to drop some of that juice. And we have, where is that? Hold on one second.
I think you're on mute.
It's harder when you're trying to learn songs right before you come in here, especially when you're making them up. But
let it rip now.
I'll try to find the lyrics. That's my problem.
Wait, well, I'll tell you what. I'll buy some time so we can Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. All right. There you go. So, all right. Mbappe. And look, I'm just going to get out of your way. I think you're on mute again, but let it rip.
All right. I got it now, finally. If this thing goes on. Erling Haaland, Haaland, Haaland. Come on, boys. Erling Haaland is absolutely flying. I'm glad I finally got that in my head. It was taking forever. I don't even know what song was stuck in my head there, but Erling Haaland is absolutely flying. He's now scored 17 of his last 18 matches coming into this match. His line is sitting at minus 105. 17 of his last 18 matches he scored. He scored in 15 of his last 21 in the Premier League, upwards of 70 to 75%. He scored 14 goals in his last 11 matches this season. He has 32 goals in his last 20 in all competitions. Give me Erling Haaland.
Dude, that song was fire. It was worth all that.
My bad. It was like, come on, get it in my head.
No, look, dude, you don't even sweat that. Look, it was worth it. That song was fire, dude. Start it off again, just to start. Go.
Erling, 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 Holland. And it's a lot
Dude.
of lyrics, so it's tough to remember.
No, that was worth all of it.
It's actually technically his dad is Alfie. So the second line is Alfie, 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 Holland, Erling, and then just back and forth.
I love it, dude. I love it. It makes me want to do like get out and start doing defensive drills, right? Like, you get down and you start chopping.
Allen, 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 Allen,
Bro.
Dude, that was
dude, that song's a banger. It is. Oh, it's great, man. Oh, dude. Oh, so good. Literally. Freddie Bear, good morning, DTL fam. AB and Brad, it's Friday. Freddie Bear, first off, good morning, big dog. And second off, man, it's so good to see you. It is Friday. Dude, we're gonna have some fun, man. Erling. Dude, it just makes you want to get up, move. I started doing defensive chopping. Oh man. All right. Brad, great job. As always, man. You're the man. All right, so college football tonight. Now, Florida State and NC State. We have two games. This is what we got. Brad, okay, let me ask you a question. All right. Which game would you rather go to? If you had free tickets, would you rather go to Florida State? And look, this isn't an indictment on any school, any of that. No negativity, right? I'm just saying, would you rather go Florida State, NC State, or Hawaii, UNLV?
There's no question. Send me to Vegas, baby. UNLV? Come on. Give me the casinos, sports betting, you name it.
It's right there by the strip, too.
Oh.
UNLV is right there. All right. Yeah. So, all right, Florida State, NC State. Now, here's the deal. This game doesn't look like it means a whole lot, right? And what I mean by that is this isn't Ohio State, Texas Tech, or Texas A&M, whatever. But both of these teams are 5-5. Okay, I get it that not every bowl game is built the same, but getting to a bowl game and getting to 7-5, even 6-6, is a whole hell of a lot better than 5-7. Right? So finishing strong, like I think we're gonna get a good game here. I understand where these seasons have gone, and I say that as a Tennessee guy. We're 7-3. Not a whole heck of a lot better. You know what I mean? Like, but you want to finish strong. And I think that both of these teams, like, this is going to be a fight, man. Friday night, the ACC's wild as hell. Yeah, and that's the thing, too, is that, yeah, we have weather. We do. Because I'm telling you, Brad, I can explain it perfectly. Brad, you're in Nashville, correct? I am too. Did you look outside this morning? You look outside now? Storming its butt off. Yep. And that system is headed right there. I mean, it's already going now. You can see it. So I'm going to roll under 59.5. Again, it scares me. I hate playing unders in college football games, because you never know when insanity is going to break out. And it's like college baseball. I thoroughly hate playing unders in college baseball, because at any moment, it can go down. But yeah, 59.5. I mean, that's a 30-30 game. I don't know if we're getting that. It'll be high scoring. It'll be a fight, to get this under. But I don't know. That's a lot of points consistently from both sides that we need, right? I hate unders, dude. I hate playing unders because then I don't want to watch the game. Because watching a game when you have the under is just torture. You're, you know what it does? I swear to you, Brad. I, I've spoken about this that playing an under and then watching the game, you literally have to be in a negative mood. You know, like you're pulling for, you're like, I want this guy to miss this shot. I hope none of this guy's dreams come true. You know, like you're just pulling for negativity, and it's not that. Like we say all the time, the difference between professional bettors and not is the discipline to bet unders. That's it. That's what it is, right? God, it's not fun. It is so not, and especially when you want to watch the game. Yeah. Emilio, yeah, good call. And Emilio's smoking it. Ice, rooting for everyone to miss in college. It can be fun.
Basketball. That's my favorite. Is they're running on screens and they're just jacking it up from anywhere, and it just makes me laugh. So I actually enjoy the absurdity in that, but not as much in some of the others.
Yeah. Matty boy, I've actually gotten better at watching games where I place a bet on the under, more in football and baseball than basketball. Yeah, no doubt. It's tough. It's really tough, man. Yeah, Tizzle, you need a shower after cashing a full game on. I swear. I swear, man. All right, so we've got that. That's the first game tonight. That's at these times are central, by the way. Me being in Nashville, so 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central. Brad, you're ready for this one. You've had this circled on the calendar all season. Hawaii and UNLV, baby. But look, here's the thing. Guess what? These teams are good. Look at them. These teams can play. Yeah, we're going. I saw a bunch in the chat in terms of points there. Yeah, this is going to be a good game. What you said, the over or the under? Which one did you say?
I went. It was.
I think it was under.
Under on Florida State, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I asked you the wrong question. That was me. That was on me. Hey, let me just throw nonsensical questions at you.
I was trying to remember too.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's pretty tough to remember when it didn't happen. So yeah, that's on me. TJ, AB, I may have found something to change your mind on under perspective, like in baseball. Bet a guy under on strikeouts, and you're just now cheering for the. Oh, that's, you know what? That's a good point. That's a great point. You're just cheering for the other side. See, what can't we solve? I love it. Tina, I had a parlay last night with the under. That was a sweat at the end. Needed that last minute interception. Absolutely. And great job, Tina. Nice work. Yeah, those unders, man, they can be tough. Okay, so let's hit the picks one more time for anybody who may have missed them. Brad, start us off. What you got?
We're going to Poland, the second division of Poland, which, of course, is Poland 1 on your book. Pogoń Grodzisk is taking on Śląsk Wrocław. We're looking for 3 total goals for the cash, and 4 gives us that full cash.
Nice work. All right. College basketball, Texas Tech plus 4.5. Fresno State college basketball minus 5.5. Steph Curry, Golden State Warriors over 4.5 threes at plus 100. And then college football tonight, Florida State, NC State under 59.5. Okay. I don't know why I just hit mute there. Brad, all right. What's that on the board? Is that Hungary?
It is the ladies of Hungary. The Hungarian women are back. And we are now 12, I believe it's 12 matches into the season. And what you need to know is it is like a lot of these women's leagues, very high scoring, but not always by both teams. You're looking at both teams of score hovering just around a coin flip. But when you look at that over 2.5, it's coming in now at 78%. over 3 out of every 4 matches. And then also that 3.5 is coming in at 73%. So almost 3 out of every 4 matches. And that's because the over 2.5 team total is now hitting at a whopping 91% of the last 34 matches. So in Hungary, look for that over 2.5 or that over 3 Asian total live.
Beautiful work, my friend. Great job. Emilio said, think Ving Rhames in Pulp Fiction. When you bet unders, you feel a sting. That's pride. All right, Emilio, great job on that. Number 2, I love Pulp Fiction. Oh, you sending the wolf? No, we good, baby. I'm Winston Wolf. Dude, the wolf is the man. I love Pulp Fiction. That movie's so good. So Quentin Tarantino from Knoxville. You know that? Yep. Old Tennessee boy himself. Tarantino's wild. But dude, hey, Emilio, that's a great call. Yeah. Oh, you sending the wolf? No, we good, baby. That's all you had to say. Samuel L. Jackson cracks me up. He's so over the top. It's awesome. All right. Texas Tech plus 4.5. Yeah, again, Fresno State minus 5.5. Steph Curry over 4.5 threes. Florida State, NC State under 59.5. Emilio nailed it. If I'm curt with you, it's because time is a factor. Great coffee. Dude. The wolf is the man. This seems to be a domestic domicile here. I assume that you have blankets, linens, things like that. Yeah, go get them. Sorry. If anybody likes Pulp Fiction, I love that movie. It's so good. It's so good. Tell them to keep putting the gun at me. I'm having a hard time. I'm having a real hard time. I'm trying to do right. I felt him at the end. I felt him. I'm trying to do right. You're not helping. Keep the gun pointed at me, baby girl. That movie's so good. All right. People are like, yeah, I didn't tune in to hear you butcher Pulp Fiction quotes. And that's a good call. All right. Okay. Sports grab bag. Which league are we going into? College basketball. Okay. Yeah. Say what again? That's a tasty beverage. That's a tasty burger. You mind if I wash it down with your tasty beverage there? Oh, go ahead. Oh, that's the best one of all time. Yeah, Brian nailed it. And I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Ric Flair once cut a promo on somebody that he made more money. He spent more money on spilt liquor last year than that guy made in wrestling. And he retired. Ric Flair was out here just crushing people with promos. Yeah. Hey, and that's it. And that's exactly where it came from, the movie. Look at the big brain on Brad. Rick on the mic was pure ecstasy. Oh, my God. Now, ladies, I got to go to work. Dude, Ric Flair's hilarious, man. Even at 100 or whatever age that he is, dude, Ric Flair's awesome. All right. College basketball. I don't know if Ric Flair has got any action on the games tonight, but here's what we got. All right. I'll just walk through some of the ranked games. Again, let me say this. Betting, sorry, Brad, I know that I just went full screen then light screen, but let me say, betting tonight ain't easy, period, in any sport. So prepare thyself for tonight. We're going to work, okay? I'm just telling you, tonight is not easy in sports betting. All right, Wisconsin to BYU. This could be a good game. We love BYU, minus 5.5, total 163.5. Yeah, Tina. He spent money on that in robes. He did. Oh, Tina, those robes, they had to be so expensive. Like, whoever made those put in so much work. It's crazy. They were so nice. Louisville and Cincinnati. Okay. Number one, this game is more of a rivalry, way more than people think, that are outside this general area. But Brad, you could speak to it. You're familiar with the Ohio area, northern Kentucky. Louisville and Cincinnati are 45 minutes from each other, right? Like northern Kentucky, southern Ohio is just a blended area. You go above Louisville, and it's like Louisville and Cincy just kind of morph into each other. This could be a hell of a basketball game. Louisville coming off a big win over Kentucky last week. I don't have a play on this one, but it'll be solid. Ian said, Sparty will show no mercy on Detroit Mercy. No, they won't. Yeah, Michigan State coming off a big win over Kentucky. And yeah, there you go, Matty boy. Cincinnati's airport is in Kentucky. Perfect analogy description right there. Said it perfect. Addison said the whiskey is not blended, though. Yeah, I mean, Michigan State, 31.5-point favorites. Do with that what you will. Loyola, Maryland, and Kentucky. Okay, Brad, I normally don't come out with playing 35.5-point favorites. But I know Kentucky basketball. I know Kentucky fans. I've been around them my whole life. I love them. Many of my friends are Kentucky fans. Many of them. And Kentucky basketball is like Alabama football. They live it, breathe it every day. They wake up talking about Kentucky basketball. They go to sleep talking about Kentucky. And I don't say that negatively. They rep their squad with pride. Can't ask for anything more than that. Here's the deal, though. Kentucky is going to take out frustrations. Those losses to Louisville, Michigan State. Somebody pray for Loyola, Maryland, because they're about to get that work tonight. Sometimes you got to throw a little red meat out, to the Sharks being the fan base. You got to throw them a little red meat. And Loyola, Maryland is that red meat. Yeah, do with that. They won't even give you a money line on that one, obviously. Merrimack and Florida, I got nothing here. I don't know if Florida has any internal hatred to Merrimack. I don't think so. I think right there. Jackson State, Arkansas. No play for me. Purdue and Texas Tech. All right. Number one, Purdue got themselves in a fight last night, Brad, with your Memphis Tigers. Memphis almost won that game. But Purdue's really good. So is Texas Tech. There's going to be a fight. 152.5. Yeah. I'm going to roll with Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech wins this game. But I'll take the 4.5 as insurance because Purdue's really freaking good. They're a problem. But the good part is that it's November and we get to just go out and have some fun in this game. You know what I mean? Playing for, a little championship, early season tournament. They're fun. You're in the Bahamas. It's cool. It's nice. It's a whole lot nicer, weather than you're going to get in Texas and Indiana right now. Presbyterian and UCLA. Excuse me. God, I'm sorry. Yeah, minus 26.5. I got nothing here. You big Presbyterian guy? Didn't spend a lot of time there?
I mean, I've heard of the church, but I am unfamiliar with where the university lies.
That answer is exactly mine too. I've heard of the church. Like there's one Presbyterian church. Yeah, they got that one. UCLA. UCLA minus 26.5. I mean, all right, here we go. Prince, AB, your thoughts on the big time matchup today between Maladost Zdralovi, Malados Zdralovi versus Hrvatsky Drago Vilacek, question mark. Oh, I thought the question mark was in the name. Followed by Pudzica Nipotimomise and Brinje Grosupilje. That was not right at all. I thoroughly messed that up on many angles, and I apologize for that. I assure you, this is this is me trying to read these. That is one of the better Prince. That's one of the better ones you've dropped, and you've dropped some dimes, dude. That Pudzica Nipotimomise. That's not right, but it was close. It's dangerous.
Poland.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Poland.
Is that what it is? It's Polish. Can you read these?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
They're good. It's you got to worry about that over 2.5. Probably looking at more of a 1-1 or a 2-0 type of fixture because they are a conceding team. They do like to get on the board and at home, but they don't push the total as much as you like, just around 50%.
Tina said, bless you. Tina, your sense of humor is spot on. Exactly mine. I love it. Prince, great job. Brad, great job. All right. Grab bag. We need a sounder. You know, like a wait, hold on. Let's play Spurrier for good luck.
Alan, everybody on the team's got to be accountable. That's what losers do. So get together.
Thanks, Spurrier.
Get together.
Get together. Hey, don't be a loser now. I want to hear it again. Where's Spurrier?
Alan, everybody on the team's got to be accountable. That's what losers do. So get together.
That was $225 and worth every penny. Dude, we have got to go on a Cameo spree. All right. And here's the thing, too. You don't have to go find the expensive ones. There are gyms in there for like $50, $75 that we will absolutely spend the detail money to do. Jeff, can't spell Citrus Bowl without UT. Dude, Spurrier was wearing Vols fans out. Spurrier's out here playing for titles. Tennessee's in the Citrus Bowl. And he's like, yeah, can't spell Citrus Bowl without UT. Spurrier had to be the best at just talking ish. Like, and didn't care. And here's the best part. He's from Knoxville, Science Hill, played high school in Tennessee. He knew what he was doing. Oh, Spurrier's hilarious. Luke, Hammer Wake Forest tonight. We feeling Wake? Oh, my goodness. All right, NBA. All right, Brad. So I'm just going to read some of these, and you feel free to stop me where you want. All right, so we've talked about the Pacers. Again, they got a second win, though. Big Luke, Knoxville, home of Big Glenn J. Yeah, he was the mayor. How crazy is that? Kane was the mayor of Knoxville. 7-foot Kane. Oh, my goodness. And went in there and got to work. Like, it was not like a cush job. Like, he was literally in there. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. Dude, how they didn't, like, every time that he walked into like some kind of, local meeting or something, how they didn't just hit the red lights and the music. It'd have been great if like the Undertaker was like the mayor of the town right beside it. All right, I have applesauce brain. Yeah, dude. Yeah, just tombstone everybody. Everybody's getting worked. Celtics team total over 119.5. Wizards Raptors over 240.5. There we go. Yes, flames from every corner. At like a school board meeting. Oh my goodness, man. Matty boy, I went to Spurs last game with the Gators where they beat the crap out of them. Yeah, same here, bro. I went through that too. Then he became coach of the Redskins and led us to 5-11. Yeah, and he had Heath Schuler. So I kind of helped out in that too. My bad, bro. Although I like Heath Schuler. Another person who ran for political office in North Carolina, became a senator, has a son named Navy Schuler. Very military background family. It didn't work out for Heath Schuler in the NFL, but very upstanding gentleman and all that. Shout out to him. But yeah, it didn't help. Matty Boy was going through it back there with the Redskins. Yeah, man. Tough times. All right, Pacers and the Cavs. So Pacers 2-13. Scotty said Paul Bearer is assistant mayor. Oh, yeah. Heath Schuler. I mean, he could have had a Heisman. Yeah, unbelievable. It's the NFL, man. It just sometimes things just don't. And Spurs, hell of a coach, didn't work out. It's just sometimes it doesn't. All right, Brad. Yeah. All right. Pacers, Cavs. We filling it with the Cavs tonight?
Not right now at all, honestly. They're just so inconsistent. It's either they're shooting really well, running the total up, or they're just getting worked.
Yeah. It's that time. Well, it also doesn't help that here's the NBA. Okay. For anybody who hasn't watched the NBA so far this year, you're fine. You're 15 games in. We got 82 of these. Okay. You're coming in at just the right time. Right. Now, with the beginning of any season, you're going to have variables, right? Even the good teams, because you're all working on different things. But Pacers are not good. It is. Halliburton can play. He's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not playing any 14.5 on this, but Tizzle, I just saw AJ McCarron is running for governor of Alabama. That is random. Boy, they love showing his wife on TV. You remember that? What was her name? Catherine something. I can't remember. Catherine McPhee, or it was something like that.
I remember it was Musburger commented.
Yeah. They were going out of control, and it was like, easy, Hoss.
Oh, brother.
This girl's in college. Easy, boy.
National television right now.
I'm telling you. Dude. That was like, looking back at it now, it's like, maybe a little heavy, fellas. Yeah. Easy. Nets, Celtics. Nets are 2-12. I'd be easy on betting on them as well. Wizards and the Raptors, repeat what I just said. The Wizards are 1-13. Toronto holding it down, though. For the 6. Heat and the Bulls. The Heat and the Bulls, just go ahead and prepare yourself. I know it says NBA Cup group play. Just go ahead and jump 3 months to now, and that's going to say NBA playoffs play-in game, because it happens every year. Just prepare. They look the same. They play the same. Yeah. The Heat are 9-6. The Bulls are 8-6. The Heat and the Bulls are neck and neck. Prince, Heat Bulls a shootout over 250.5 and 100% will be the play. Absolutely. Like, no question in the world. I wish we could bet on that. But I don't say that like negatively. These are two good basketball teams. This will be a fun game tonight. And Prince, look, Prince knows more than me on his squad. But I'm with you. Like a total of 250.5. Yeah. And they go score. Tizzle, big spreads are meaningless tonight. Team needs to throw down the belt. Yep. No doubt. No doubt. And look, the Heat and the Bulls are both very good. Pelicans and the Mavs, both not very good. I don't know how many people are going to be watching this game. I just don't know. Timberwolves and the Suns. Excuse me. This will be a fun game. Suns playing well. Timberwolves deal with injuries, but still 10-5. Like, this team is about that business. You know what I mean? But the Suns are playing good ball. Luke says Bulls, Mavs parlay. Okay. Doubles. Yes. Oh, my goodness, man. Chris Farley. Hey, just having a heart attack here, Bob. How many does that make for you? That's a baker's dozen. Heart attacks. Sorry. All right. Yeah, that Timberwolves 12. He had 11 heart attacks. And my favorite part was, look, it's talking about that Saturday Night Live, you know, like the super fans. And here, okay, so here's the funny thing. Watch this. Anytime you watch TV, okay, sitcom, like whatever. So whenever food is introduced, okay, into a scene, well, here's the thing. You have to act like you're eating. You know what I mean? But if you're speaking, you are absolutely not eating because, you know, you don't eat and then speak. There's food in your teeth. So whenever you have a food scene, if you watch people that are like in the back, because you're either in the background and you're just eating, you're just part of the scene, really. You know what I mean? Or you're speaking and you'll see them and they act like they're eating, but they're not. Okay, now I say all that to say this. Chris Farley was eating every time because when he would do those and he would start, you know, doing like this, he'd be spitting out all the real food that he was chewing. That meant nothing. That was just stupidly hilarious to me that Chris Farley was like, oh, no, I'm eating all this food. He did. And, you know, producers at first were like, no. But then you're, you know, it's live. You're like, what are you going to do? Those always made me laugh because he would just be spitting food up on top of being crazy to begin with. Oh, my God. Tina, thank you. Those just brought me back. Me and my dad used to laugh at those 11 heart attacks. And he's just loading his plate up with bratwurst and all that. All right, sorry. All right, yeah. So Timberwolves and the Suns. We got the Nuggets and the Rockets. The Thunder and the Jazz. Look at the Thunder, dude. 15-1. This team is excellent. And then the Trailblazers and the Warriors. Exactly what we want. All right. Trailblazers are playing this game. Just enough. And by just enough, what I mean is we need somebody pushing Golden State because then we get exactly the Golden State that we want. We got a really great scenario here to get that, if that makes sense. Joe, Big Joe, what's up, baby? So good to see you. Brad Betts, what's that 91% hit rate on your board? What's that?
It is the over 2.5 team total when the over 2.5 comes in with the Hungarian women top flight football.
Hungarian women, baby. Talking about it all here. Nice job. Man, what it do, baby? What it do, baby? It's the Iceman, Paul Wall. Japan Nuggets plus 2.5. All right, let's discuss it here. Nuggets plus 2.5. Rockets minus 2.5. Total 235. Live from the Toyota Center. I've been to the Toyota Center. It's nice. I love Houston. Houston. Now, look, again, this had nothing to do with anything, but Houston is, I think Houston might be my favorite city in the United States. I love Houston. I love it. Houston is huge. It has everything. It's hot. That's the tough part. In the summer and the fall and the spring and the winter. Houston ain't playing, boy. But it's a beautiful place. Exactly. Screwston. Chopped and screwed, baby. Yeah. Hey, yeah. There you go. Dude, Houston's awesome. Shout out to Papacitos. Okay. Yeah, all right. So Nuggets plus 2.5. Look, you're gonna get both teams going. I don't know if a player prop way might not be better. You know what I mean? And again, everybody's going to go right to Jokic, but you've got a lot of players in this one. Look, I don't hate Nuggets plus 2.5 at any moment. Papacitos, hell yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah. Look. I wanted Jokic on threes. Over 1.5 threes. It was at minus 140. It was just too expensive. But I feel you in player props here. All right. Brad, we've gone an hour. All right. I don't want to keep you and I don't want to keep everybody because I can just keep talking for like 5 more. And I know everybody's like, bro, we have like stuff in life to do today. All right. What do you got, man?
We're going to Poland, the Poland second flight of football, which is the Poland first division on your book. Pogoń Grodzisk is taking on Schloss Rokral. It's with a V, but I can't say that. Over 2.75. So 3 total goals, but 4 gives us the full cash.
I can't even read that, but
it's so hard.
It's tough. You did a great job, though. You did a great job. All right. Texas Tech was 4.5. Basketball, also in college basketball, Fresno State minus 5.5. Steph Curry over 4.5 threes at plus 100. And Florida State, this is college football. Florida State, NC State under 59.5. All right, Brad, do you have any final thoughts? Anything to leave us upon? Some good thoughts, good whatever, anything. What do you got?
Don't forget, Kylian Mbappe is playing this weekend, and Erling Haaland. Smash the goal scorers. We're on a 20-5-2 run. Let's get it.
Beautiful work. Erling. You know what? I have to get an oil change today, okay? Got to change the oil on Charlene, all right? And I'm going to go in there. And everybody at the, where do we go? Valvoline. Brad, where do you go to get your oil changed? Anywhere special?
I go back and forth between the Jiffy Lube and the Valvoline that are close. Sometimes I'll be that old man and get a $10, $15 coupon in my email, and that will sway which place I go.
Yeah, so the coupon works.
It does work, not going to lie.
Yeah, it's good marketing, man. Good marketing. Good advertising. You get that time down, that 3,000 miles of, takes them about 3 months. We'll send this one about 2.5 months. It's nice. Okay. Jiffy Lube or Valvoline? We trust them, right? I mean, I go to Valvoline, so yeah. They're Valvoline, I'm gonna give you a free plug. I like them a lot. No matter which Valvoline that I go to, I find that they do good work. Right? They try. It's not always easy because, you know when you pull in the oil change thing and you got like 3 bays, and some days you pull in and there ain't nobody there and you're like, ooh, this is great. Sometimes you pull in and it's like the DMV is just a line. and you're like, damn. But they're trying their best. You know what I mean? Like they can't handle that. And some people's cars, all kinds of wild stuff. So, anyways, shout out to them. They do a good job. Japan, come to me, AB. We'll hook it up. Hey, coming right to you, big boy. Tina, Big J, change the oil. See, now that's how it's done right there. So, not surprising that Big J handles it like a stud. That's how you do it. You know what I mean? I'm not there yet. I know what I'm doing, but I don't have the tool. Like, I don't have my operation down. You know what I mean? But where Big J is, what Tina's talking about, like, that's where I want to get to that spot. So I'm kind of practicing. I don't know. I have no like vehicle history. Like, I'm not going to be that guy that's like, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. I don't. I'm trying to learn, but I don't. You know what I mean? But shout out to Big J, because that's the spot where I want to be, where I'm like, oh yeah, like I do all mine, because I'm sure that got to save money. Yeah. C-Dub. There you go. See, and that's something that I love it, man. Like, I'm trying to get to y'all's level. Okay, let me ask you this. Did you it seems worth it, right? I'm so dumb that I'm not even asking the right questions, right? Emilio said, I have trust issues. Yeah. No, I get it. And you know what? Obviously, gotta be clearly nothing wrong with that, definitely a money saver. Yeah. Them Valvoline and Jiffy Lube oil changes, bro. You look up, you're like, whoa. How are there 3 numbers in front of that decimal? You want to move that back a little bit? So yeah. Big time on that. Matty boy, I could change my oil, but the time it takes to save, not that much money, isn't worth it for me. If I take it in, reach on my phone for half an hour, I'm out of it. There's that too. You know what I mean? There's certainly things that I do or that I don't do that I'm like, no. Somebody can, you know what I mean? I'm weird about that with my car. Like cleaning on the inside. I don't mind doing it, but like, there are some times where I'm like, dude, I would rather I'm just going to pay somebody to clean it, Like, I can handle the in between, hit a vacuum here, there, whatever. But, sometimes when it goes and you get your car and there's gravel, on the, under your feet, and it's starting to accumulate more and more. And you're like, I'll tell you this. I feel bad for Randall Mims, because his whole parking lot at the shop is gravel. And he's got a beautiful truck. And it's impossible to keep clean. One day, right? Clean it. And, it's jacked up, all this. Like, and I feel bad for it, because it's just like, dude, that gravel just, you start driving and that white smoke's coming up and you're like, nope. Anyways, applesauce brain stepping in. Now, what isn't applesauce brain is the poll. Okay. So you went under 152.5, correct? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Purdue 4.5, Texas Tech plus 4.5, over 152.5, under 152.5. The chat's gone Purdue minus 4.5, 38%. And Brad, that goes to show this game tonight is going to be awesome. It's going to be an awesome game, right? I'm excited for it, man. Purdue and Texas Tech, they're really good basketball teams. Well coached, all of it. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, go ahead. What's up?
I did have a thought. It was last night's match game, I guess you could say, football game between the Bills and the Texans.
Yeah.
When you're betting, make sure, if you have access, go into like a Picket or an app that tells you where the money is. Last night, the Bills were upwards of 90+% on both the money line and the spread as well. And then there was reverse line movement. And so when those three things, there was kind of late reverse line movement. And for those who don't know what that means, it means the Bills were at -6, then it came back to -5.5, and it stayed there, even though the money kept pushing one side. A lot of times, that is an indicator that something smells, something stinks. So watch out, Texans. We didn't think they were going to put up as much of a fight, but cold outright win like that, just make sure you look at that money can help you.
Nice. I like it. Well done. And great information. And as the kids would say, man, that line is sus.
Yeah.
I heard it was Mims' kid, Knox. They was talking about something. It wasn't betting. He was talking about something else. He was like, oh, that's sus. And I was like, that's what? He goes, suspect. I was like, all right. Prince, AB, how do you feel about the NBA Cup? As a player, I would hate it. Like, I would hate having 19 different things going on. But it'd be kind of fun, too. I'm all for it. I'm just, like, I was speaking as a player, like, bouncing in between stuff. Soccer has to deal with that a lot, I'm sure, right? Where you just internally you're wrestling with, all right, we got to do this, but then we got to do this. Like it would give me anxiety. However, from every other perspective, I'm all in. It's different. It's fun. Whatever. You know what I mean? Try it. See if it works. But as a player, I don't know. Like, it would be fun at times, but it would also, you feel like you're going on a side quest in a video game. You know? It's like, dude, I just want to I want to get to the boss. You know? And you're going on all these side quests with all these, like, non-playable characters, you know? You're just like, what the hell is this? But it's kind of fun, too. Like, I'm all for it. That's what I'm saying. As a player, though, it would be tough to deal with at times. Tina, that's how I know I'm getting old. That 6'7" nonsense drives me nuts because I don't get it. Hey, Tina. All right, I can explain this because it's so funny that you bring this up. Tina, here's the thing, because I think that your and my sense of funny is pretty close. And the whole 6'7" thing is all about it's nothing. It's nothing. It's the reaction that it got, right? And then people started saying it, and the kids started saying it just because people were like, oh, I hate this. That's exactly that's what kids do. And not that Tina didn't know this, like, but that, like, I'm right there with you. And I bring this up because I had to put myself in, I don't have kids, right? So I had to put myself in that spot that I haven't thought about how I would, like, find something funny at like 9. And then I thought about that and I was like, oh, I would be all over this just because it's nothing. You know? Yeah, Tina, that's exactly it. You know, I'll give you a perfect example right here, and then we'll end the show because I know we all have to go. But I'll give you a perfect example. Hold on. The equivalent of 6'7" would be if all of us went to our kids' school and we just spray painted that on a locker. You remember the S? Yeah. Nothing. It means nothing. It's just fun to draw when you're bored. But then an adult sees it and thinks it's, like, you know, real bad, and you let them run with it. That's it. That's all that it is. Right? Yeah. That's it. That's all that it is. It's literally nothing more than nonsense that adults picked up and thought it was bad, and the kids let them do it. And they're laughing. That's it. That's all that it is. And it's funny. Like, it took literally, like, hearing an 8-year-old explain it, you know? And, like, because I was like, what does that mean? And the adults, are like, oh, freaking out. And I was like, no, I want to hear it. And they started laughing. And I said, I know exactly what this is. This is nothing. This is exactly the humor that I would have at 9 or 19 or 29 or 39. But yeah. That's all that it is, right? So the way that you play it back to the kids, start using it. Start using it. They'll stop. Watch. And you know what that means? We're the old heads. That's what we are. We're the old heads now. Yeah. But we're not. We're actually the smartest group, because here's the other part. Dude, we're at a great age. Dude, it's awesome. I love it. But yeah, that's all that it is, dude. It's just that S. Addison, Jinkos are back. May as well start. Bro, once the kids find out about, I'll tell you this, introduce them to the S. Watch. You'll be the coolest person in the neighborhood. They're like, oh, this dude was way above. He knew the S. They're like, this dude called it on the S that it would blow up. It's like, yep. Knowing that this S has been blowing up, like every generation in school, you're like, whoa, I can draw that. You start doing the 3 lines, crossing them. All right, let's hit the picks one more time, and then we'll go, I promise, because we've gone so long. And Brad, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate all of you. All right, Brad, what do you got?
Yes, sir. We're going to Poland, the second flight, or the first division on your book. Pogoń Grodzisk is taking on Śląsk Wrocław. We're looking for 3 total goals, but 4 gives us that full cash.
There we go. There we go. All right, Texas Tech plus 4.5. Fresno State minus 5.5. Both those are college basketball. Steph Curry, excuse me, of the Warriors over 4.5 threes, and then Florida State, NC State under 59.5 at minus 115. And Tina says, fun show as always. Absolutely. I love it. All right. Everybody have a great Friday. Yes, we'll be live this afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. All right. So 3 p.m. Eastern, we'll be live again. And bring your Jinko jeans, everybody. Bring Jinkos. Some of those Jinkos were huge. I mean, all of them were huge, but some of them were like, people who don't know what Jinkos are like, what is this show? I don't know what that S is. I don't know what Jinkos are. All right. I appreciate all of you. All right. We'll be live 3 p.m. Eastern. Everybody have a good Friday. We'll see you this afternoon. Brad, great job as always. Peace. Who's got it better than us?